Avram is informed that his nephew Lot has been captured, and Avram sets out to free him. According to Rashi, he takes either Eliezer alone or he takes a few hundred of his Talmidim, and he sets out to wage war against the most powerful kings at the time. This war was won by Avram, but the Rishonim explained to us it was a mortal danger, it was literal combat, and he was saved miraculously. After this event, the Pasuk says that Hashem appears to Avram in a machzeh, in a dream, and says, Al tira, Avram, don't be afraid, Scharcha harbe ma'od, you have much, much reward waiting for you. Rashi explains, what is it that Hashem was telling Avram? Avram was afraid that he used up all of his schar. Hashem was saying to him, don't worry, you didn't use up all of your schar, you have much schar coming to you. Why is it that Avram was afraid he used up his reward? Because after all, Hashem did a miracle for him. Hashem saved me from those 4 kings. Hashem brought about a miracle in my honor. Maybe I used up all of my reward in the world to come. Maybe there's nothing left. Hashem says to him, don't worry, Avram. Scharcha harbe ma'od, you have much reward waiting for you in the world to come. You didn't use it up. This Rashi is quite difficult to understand when we take into account who Avram Avinu was. Avram Avinu was the one man who stood against the entire world. He was the one man who stood against the world and taught monotheism. He was the Av of the Klal Yisrael. He was a man who dedicated every ounce of his existence to serving Hashem. He's now at an advanced stage in his life. He hears that his nephew has been taken captive, and literally, b'mesiras nefesh, he risks his life to save his nephew, a mitzvah of pidyon shvuim, and in fact, miraculously, he's saved. And he's afraid that all of his reward has been used up for this. That sounds rather perplexing. He went to do a mitzvah, he spent his entire lifetime serving Hashem, and maybe for this one act, everything that he's ever done in his life is being paid back to him because there's one nace. It sounds difficult to understand how Avram could assume that he had no reward waiting for him in Olam Haba. And I believe the answer to this question is that Avram Avinu had no sense of entitlement. He had no sense of things coming to him. He had no sense of being deserving. He woke up in the morning and said, wow, look what you've given me, Hashem. You've created me. You've given me hands with which to feel, legs with which to walk. I have eyes, I have ears. I eat your food. I live in your world. Hashem, I am the recipient of so much good that comes directly from you. Because he had a constant, unending source of Hakaras HaTov, of recognizing the amount of good that Hashem did for him, he felt tremendously in debt. Even though he served Hashem with every ounce of energy that he had, he felt in his mind that what could I possibly have done to pay back Hashem for that which Hashem has done for me? Maybe I've done a little bit more. Now that Hashem has brought about a miracle for me, the scales of balance have been brought back to even. I've done nothing more than that which Hashem has done for me, and therefore Avram was afraid that there's no schar left for him, and Hashem says to him, don't worry, you have much schar left. I believe there's a tremendous lesson to learn from this. Granted, our schar in Olam Haba is not dependent on this world. Granted, the mitzvahs that we do, Hashem rewards us for, but just recognizing this fact, that a man as great as Avram could look at everything that he did and say it doesn't begin to pay back that which Hashem has given to me. That sense of what I'm receiving, that sense of what Hashem gives to me on a constant basis was so powerful in his heart that despite being aware of his greatness, he felt it equaled out. And that concept is very relevant to us, to understand that I too am the recipient of much good. I too am constantly receiving. I too am constantly benefiting from Hashem's world. And the more I focus on that, the richer my life is, the more sense of Hakaras HaTov, of recognition of the good I have for Hashem, the more I enjoy my life, and ultimately the better Eved Hashem I become.